Okay, so the first thing you're going to need to do when you start is actually find this page, okay, or get me to get you a copy of it, okay, so the one that's got the logo task on it and it has the instructions. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is actually assemble your supplies that you need. Okay, you need a HB pencil, fine liner, ruler and a T-square. These things are called T-squares. Have you seen them before?
No.
No? Okay, so now you know.
Yes. Me now.
Okay. Alright, so the T-square is really useful because it helps you actually draw your lines straight. But it's only going to work if you line your paper up straight. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is push your T-square right up to the edge of your table. Okay, and then line up this bit of paper so it's along the straight edge of your T-square. Okay, make sure it's the edge that's actually got the numerical markings on it, the measurements, because if you look at the other side, it's not straight, is it?
No.
Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is lightly tape it down. So you don't want it to shift, because it's not going to be straight if your paper moves around. Okay, and then you can move it out of the way. Notice how I'm just putting it on the corners. I probably used too much masking tape. You don't need that much. Alright, so then once you've done that, the next step is actually to mark out your measurements. Okay, so on here it says that you do 10 millimetres or 1 centimetre all the way around to create that border. Okay, grab your ruler and you can just measure. So you've got your 1 centimetre. Okay, 1 centimetre. And you'll really see the usefulness of the T-square in a minute once I've got my measurements done. Okay, so this is where the T-square comes in. Pay attention. Okay, straight line, you have to measure it up with the first line. Okay, push it right up to the edge because your table's straight and your paper's lined up with your table. Very lightly, just run your pencil along the edge because you're going to go over it with the fine liner when you're finished. Okay, then you can do the top. And then, here's the best thing, you turn it around. Okay, this edge is also straight. Okay, and then you line up these measurements. And look how you don't have to do more than one measurement because the lines are straight. So this is why graphic designers actually quite like T-squares. Okay, they're quite useful. So the next thing that you need to do from that is you're actually going to do the title block that's on the bottom. So this is what's been enlarged. Okay, so see here where it's enlarged? So what you need to do is measure up another 10 millimetres or 1 centimetre from the bottom line. Okay, and then do these small measurements in. So from this line that you've just drawn, okay, you're going to actually measure up another centimetre. Okay, put the T-square back on. Okay, and draw your line. Then you've got 3 and 3. Then you've got 3 and 3. Okay, these ones here, you guys. So you measure up from this line. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. These lines actually are just guides. You're not going to go over them with a fine liner. You're going to erase them at the end. Okay, so it's really light, and you can actually dash it if you like. You can make little dashes because it's just a guide. Okay, and then the next one, same thing. Please don't bump the table. Okay. Just because I'm recording doesn't mean I'm not going to tell you off. Okay, so pay attention. Alright, so now you've got your guidelines in. Alright, next thing you need to do is actually write your name, your class, the title of the work, which is logo, task and the date. Now when you do this, you do block writing, so capitals. Okay, so you start off with your name here. Okay, you take more care than what I am because I'm trying to rush through it. So your full name. What was next, everyone?
Class.
Class. So you guys are 7-4?
Mm-hmm. Oh no, 7-5. No, I'm sorry.
Okay, and the next thing you need to do is the name of the task, and we call it a logo task. Okay, so L-O-G-O, task. And then the date. What's the date today?
14.
15?
14.
14.
14th of the 11th,
Merry Christmas.
2017.
Cheers.
All right, so now you've got it in grey lead. So what you need to do now is go over it with the fine line and then remove all the grey lead carefully with an eraser. Now the key thing that people forget to do, listen, do not go over these faint little lines that are your guides for your writing. Okay, because your writing's actually going to hang there and not sit on either line. So if you look at this example, see how the words don't touch the top or the bottom line? Okay, that's what you're aiming for. Okay, so then we just carefully, because once you make a mistake with a fine liner, you can't erase it. So you're going to run along this line. You're going to check the fine liner first before you use it to make sure that it's a good one. Okay, and you only go to that little intersection there. Okay, you don't go right to the edge of the page. And you always keep it pressed up to the side so your T-square doesn't shift. Another reminder is make sure there's nothing under your T-square that's going to actually push it out of alignment. So can you notice how I'm only going to that point? So it's clean.
It's awesome.
So this is a skill that you will use over and over. Can you see on the backboard, some of you asked me what year level the people that did the glasses, etc.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you see the title block around it?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is something that you need to remember how to do. So then the last thing you do is go over the writing.
Good bird so you can stop.
Alright, and then you grab your eraser and actually erase all your grey lead. Any questions? No. Alright, beautiful.